Welcome to Dark Politics Tarot. My name is Nick, and today I'm going to read on Glenn Youngkin. So, Kristi, Noem, everybody's talking that she's going to be out. I predicted that she would be out months ago, that Trump would let her go. But there's word out now that Glenn Youngkin would be the one to be put in charge of DHS, which is not good news. You would think that, okay, he seems like he might be more normal than her, but really he is smarter and he could do more damage. And the fact that he would take this job, they want to combine Department of Homeland Security with the Department of Defense. So they really want to come after Americans. So it's a little scary that somebody smarter would be in this position, because Kristi Noem was a dingbat. And even though she does awful things, you just see that there could be a collapse because of their buffoonery. But let's look at Glenn Youngkin, and see if he will actually be put in place to take over Kristi Noem's job at DHS. Okay, there's a great upheaval going on within the cabinet. Dominance. Who could that be? And routine. I'm not sure what that means just yet. Routine. Let's take out the Murder of Crows deck. Show me, will Glenn Youngkin win? I mean, not win. He's the governor of Virginia. Will he be put in as the DHS secretary? Glenn Youngkin. Show me Glenn Youngkin. He's now the governor of Virginia. Glenn Youngkin. Will he get the Department of Homeland Security position? Three of Swords. That's a betrayal. Maybe he won't. The World card is crossing him. Interesting. Well, these wanted to jump out. The Knight of Wands. They want a new messenger for all the horribleness. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Something's going to be surprisingly coming out about him. What is going on with him? I thought for sure he would be the one that gets put in there. Then we have the Four of Wands. Did he do something to displease Trump? Glenn Youngkin, are you going to be the next Department of Homeland Security? The Page of Swords, the Page of Truth. Maybe he says something. Maybe he says something that makes Trump think no. Then we have the Sun card. I mean, the Temperance card, which is a good card for him. Balance. He wants to balance something out. And he's at a crossroads with the Two of Swords. That's the environment he's at. Then we have the Lovers card. What could be happening with him that he doesn't get the position? I thought for sure this would come out. I love tarot. Gives you surprises. And then we have the Emperor. So he's making Donald Trump unhappy. Let's go see what's happening at the table. Well, this spread makes these cards more understandable. That's why you should always wait till you can read your cards all together. So we have upheaval here. So there's some kind of upheaval going on in the regime. And the dominance as usual, the routine dominance is maybe being challenged. Maybe Glenn Youngkin is challenging them a little, that maybe he doesn't want to be as forceful in DHS. Maybe he's putting forward some plans that the Emperor doesn't like. What could those plans be? So Glenn Youngkin is going to be betrayed. We all know Trump is so fickle. The Emperor is the most fickle, not the Emperor card, but Dumpy is so fickle. He can say one thing one minute and the next minute it's something else. So we have the betrayal card, the three of swords, which I think Glenn Youngkin has a lot of anxiety about perhaps taking this position. Then he's being crossed by the world card, and I have to cover it because it's the world card. It's here. I have to cover it because it's a little nudie. And then the base of the reading, we have the Knight of Wands. So this shows me perhaps Glenn Youngkin is a little more on the up and up. Maybe he doesn't want to be viewed by the world as being this major aggressive person. And maybe he doesn't like the look of that. He might be on board with some of Trump's things, but I have a feeling he's not, and he doesn't want to do everything that maybe, actually, Stephen Miller just came to mind. I think he could be having problems with Stephen Miller. And we have the Knight of Cups. So they're telling him a good story right now. And the White House is here. The Four of Wands. Like, come on in. It's going to be great. We're going to get rid of all the brown people. But I think he has an ounce of integrity. This is the card of truth. The Page of Swords is putting out the truth. And I'm thinking this guy might have some morals to him. How do you like that? We have the card of Temperance. He wants a more balanced way to do Department of Homeland Security. Maybe he wants to do things on the up and up in the real legal way and not the way they've been done. So we have a crossroads for him. And I think this is where Stephen Miller comes in here at the crossroads. You need to agree with us or you're not getting this job. This is the Lover's card here. So he's come to a crossroads. I think Stephen Miller says you get with our program or you're not getting in. And we have the Emperor on top of everything, the final decision here. And it's showing me that what he is going to say to Trump, Trump is not going to like. Let's just clarify this reading a little bit. It's very interesting. I love how tarot comes up and gives you the news story or the true story, one that I was not thinking of. And I didn't, I first thought, well, Glenn Youngkin might not be so bad, and maybe I'm right on my actual intuition on him. Maybe he's not as bad. I mean, they're all bad, but maybe he's not as bad as we thought. Maybe he really wants to do things in a legal way. So let's just look at the base of the reading here. What does he really want to do? Okay, he sees the real struggle. I'm reading on the Knight of Wands. And then this came out. So he sees the struggle. He sees the real worry from the constituents in Virginia. And he also sees how they just voted, right? So I think he's worried about them continuing on with Kristi Noem's agenda. I think he's on the up and up. He can't, this is the King of Wands is clarifying this knight. So yeah, I think he wants to be upstanding here. And I think he is more concerned about people than I gave him credit for. Good on you, Glenn. And let's look at the Emperor card, the the outcome card is the Emperor. So let's look and see. Please clarify. What is Trump going to do? Will he actually put Glenn... Whoops, too many cards. Will he actually put Glenn Youngkin in as the Secretary of Homeland Security? Death card. I don't think so. Will he put in Glenn Youngkin as the Secretary of Homeland Security? Queen of Wands. I think that's Kristi Noem. He's ending Kristi Noem, and he needs another Fool in there. So I think he feels that, I think Donald Trump feels that maybe he's too ambitious. Maybe he wants to do good things, and I think Trump sees it. He's getting rid of Kristi Noem, totally. Actually, let me take out, because this could just be her. She's a fool. The Queen of Wands is a fool. He's taken her out. Let me just see again. I'm sorry, I have to go on. Oh, the Balance card again, the Temperance. So, yeah, I think he sees Glenn Youngkin as too balanced. He has too much goodness in him. The Page of Wands, he has all the pages. I mean, all the wand cards for himself. The Lover's card, he's too agreeable. Like, he wants to do good things, I think, ultimately, and Trump doesn't like that. He wants someone in cahoots with him totally. He wants a loyalist. Yeah, Trump's being totally stubborn. He wants the loyalist, and I think somehow Glenn Youngkin does something to Trump that really makes him angry, and he says no. 3 of Swords. Disappointment, betrayal, and Trump wants to remain on top. He doesn't want anybody that could actually do something, actually challenge him. So he needs another sycophant. He needs someone like Kristi Noem. So he's looking for the next dum-dum. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Give me a like. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.